This is Saturn, the cross of matter over the crescent of flesh. Somebody in Flint, Michigan saved money, the cross of matter, at the expense of the IQ of a lot of kids. This is Roland Frost, Kona astrologer, and a 40-year veteran of environmental health and safety. You're sitting on a Saturn station. Yeah, Saturn is stopped. You know, it's cold, huh? And kind of mean. Saturn is called the Great Malefic. We're going to talk about him on program 1008, along with the last bit of March, March 25th. And at 1 a.m., no, at 01 a.m., really early in the morning, Friday morning, Saturn station. So if you're on a Thursday night show, right in here, Saturn station's right here. And wow, it will sober you up, because he's the Grim Reaper. He's a lot of bad stuff. You know, he doesn't laugh very much. He's Scrooge, huh? I think he can be Santa Claus, but you know, he only brings small pleasant presents. Anyway, this is an alert. It's going to affect people in different ways, and I'll get to some of that a little bit later. For now, let's go after the sky mirror. Let's see how the planets are holding up for you personally in your life in the next 10 days. And then we'll get to some details on some of this stuff. So here's a planetary pattern. Now when Saturn stops, he freezes things. These are icicles. He's stopping and square to Jupiter really tight. So Jupiter is going to suffer. That's lawyers, professors, wisdom. You know, this is really tough on poor Jupiter. Jupiter is liberals. Saturn is conservatives, yes. And Venus is over here stumbling into the trap, squaring Saturn and opposing Jupiter. Really, it's too bad. And Chiron also is here at 20 degrees of Pisces, is getting hurt by some of this. Anyway, how is it day by day? Well, if you're on the Thursday show, you had a pretty good Wednesday night. The moon sextiled Saturn, and you said, "Oh, we got organized." But on Thursday, you ran right into the Uranus-Pluto square. Panic in the morning, isolationism in the afternoon. A tough Thursday. You're still feeling that on Friday, up until just before lunch, when the moon shifts from Libra into Scorpio, and of course, this is the morning Saturn. You know, right about here. Well, actually, this is 2 a.m., this line, so it's back one notch, is midnight, and that's when Saturn stopped right here. Ugh. Ugh. Grim Reaper is running around. Time is running out. We're all going to die sooner or later. Oh, we don't die, by the way. The body dies. Only the body. Okay, moon's in Scorpio Friday, as you go to the middle of the day in the afternoon, and it's not too bad. It gets more and more kind of mellow and pretty as the moon moves up to a nice trine to Neptune, which is really early Saturday morning, about 4 in the morning. This is a good time for music and art and, you know, pretty colors and sparkles, and time to let your higher heart out. It'll just come out, and you'll find yourself being a little extra compassionate Saturday morning. And by the time you get to Saturday afternoon, there's a sextile to Jupiter. And so, now, there's the truth, there's the wisdom, there's the knowledge we wanted from the professor and the lawyer Jupiter. That feels pretty good, doesn't it? And then in the evening, here's a trine to Chiron. The wounded healer is out with Venus, saying, listen, you know, some of us have been hurt, but we're willing to help you and teach you. Saturday is quite a day. You'll still feel Chiron and Venus Sunday morning on the 27th, because it's really happening here about midnight Saturday. So there's a little orb, they call it, with these things. So it'll be a pretty good Sunday morning. Help somebody, you know. Goes through Sunday to the afternoon. After dinner, it's very different. The moon shifts in to Sagittarius, a mutable fire sign, heats up. The drama starts and really begins Monday here, the 28th, when the moon goes by Mars. And Mars is angry. And a lot of people are angry about a lot of stuff. And Mars is squaring Neptune, and so he had a few drinks, and that, you know what fire water does. Don't put gasoline on that fire. Don't put alcohol in that angry body. Anyway, some of that's going to happen here Monday, and there could be some fires and fights. And it's turning out to be quite a chaotic, nasty Monday. And you look at the thing closely here. Can I do that with this? Can I do that with this camera? Maybe. I need to change cameras, I think. Anyway, it starts with Mars being kind of angry in the middle of the day. And then, what's this? There's the sun. We're trying to get a project done here in the afternoon. And there's a trine to the sun. But, you know, here's Neptune in square. And no sooner we get our plans done, it gets confusing. And everybody's running around angry already. So, tough time, huh? And then, you know, as you get closer to Saturn here, you're going to square Jupiter, and the wisdom flows out and disappears, and it contracts, and it gets cold. And here's Saturn doing his thing, freezing, crystallizing things. Oh, let's make a law and make marijuana illegal and put all the Woodstock irritating people and revolutionaries in jail. Oh, let's put all the Jews in jail. Let's put all the Muslims in jail. You know, Saturn's like that. You got to watch him. He doesn't really care much for people. People is the crescent of flesh. Saturn is the cross of matter over the crescent of flesh. And so he puts money first, physical stuff first before people. See, Jupiter's the opposite. Jupiter is the crescent of people over the cross of matter. And so a good lawyer or professor puts people first and then money. But Saturn's just the opposite. The judge, he don't give a damn about people. You know, pay the fine or else. So that comes up on Tuesday morning. And after you've had such an angry, chaotic Monday, if you're lucky maybe you didn't get in trouble. But chances are you're sorry about something here Tuesday morning. And happens really early. You wake up in the middle of the night at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday morning. That's Saturn. That's the moon going by Saturn. And Saturn just stopped on the 25th. So he's raging, you know. There could be a lot of fear here. Yeah. Over what? Didn't follow the rules? Didn't follow the regulations? Didn't make money for somebody? Well, you're going to suffer. Sell that slave down the river and get some money. So these are the bosses of industry and the politicians and judges that do harsh things to people. And you're going to feel harsh yourself when this moon goes by here Monday night and Tuesday morning. Tend your own garden. See if you can't wipe out some of the harshness in your life, some of the limitations and some of the fears. These are fears. They, you know. So weird time, huh? Yeah. It won't wear off Tuesday till you get to late Tuesday, and finally here, what's it? About 9, 10 o'clock Tuesday evening, we have a trine to Uranus. Common sense kicks in. The Aquarian spirit, Woodstock, speaks up and says, "Hey, wait a minute. These are rules somebody made for money." Yeah. Wednesday gets better at breakfast time. The moon shifts into Capricorn, cardinal earth sign. They get more cautious. more grounded. Remember our history. It's not too bad. It feels pretty good. Go through Thursday morning. Here's a sextile to Neptune. We believe in something, I don't know what. But after we have our belief period and our dreaminess, here's the sun square. Moon squares the sun. Geez, we can't get our plans going. Things tighten up on Thursday. You know, you're back in the Freaky Fridays, move backwards into Thursday, remember? And the panic sets in here when the moon goes by Pluto. And we all get territorial. Build a wall. Get them Mexicans out of here. Keep the Arabs out of there. Your dogs will bark. You know, everybody goes territorial when the moon goes by Pluto. We all turn into reptiles a bit here. So it's a panic time. And then follows the isolationism when late Thursday night, early Friday morning, the moon squares Uranus. It's the old Pluto-Uranus square. Been around for a while, huh? There's a policeman killing a homeless guy out of fear. What, he was going to grab my gun. He looks all disheveled. He might be mentally ill. You know, shoot him quick. So Mercury's here. He's not doing any good. The words aren't helping and the communication aren't helping. And the best thing to do is keep your head down, stay out of trouble on Thursday and Thursday night in particular. And don't challenge the authorities of Saturn or the power of Pluto, because these guys, you know, they kill. Yep. Friday eases up as you go through the day, gets better and better until finally in the afternoon the moon shifts into Aquarius and it all changes. And it feels much better, and we got nothing but sextiles and trines to look forward to here for our weekend. So Friday night's not bad, and Saturday morning we got a nice sextile to Mars. You can get out and do physical work and sports, and the Brotherhood and the heroes are out. And here on Saturday afternoon, there's a sextile to the Sun and a sextile to Saturn. Get the guy to work for you. Make a plan. You know, make a budget, timing, manage things in a good way. That's the challenge, and you can do some of that. Father is there. He's not going to let Scrooge run all over people. So it's Saturday afternoon and evening. Make a good plan. Everybody going to be happy with it. Sunday morning here about 4, there's a sextile to Uranus, and the Brotherhoods are happy, and the people, and you know, there's a feeling of oneness with the world. That's the Aquarian Woodstock feeling, and I hope you get some of it Sunday morning, and you'll be talking about it Sunday afternoon and evening, because here's a nice sextile to Mercury, and the kids are happy Sunday evening. Not bad. Gee, it kind of comes in, here you're having good weekends now, and terrible Tuesdays from Saturn, and the Freaky Fridays will move back into Thursday for the panic attacks. But, you know, your weekends are pretty nice, huh? Not bad. That's the way it is this time on the end of March 2016.